Hello there, what's going on? It's JB here with a review of yesterday's Burnley versus Manchester City game. I've resisted the temptation, but at least 22 hours after the match to and my two penalty. I mean, my Clarets, it didn't take him a long time to come on YouTube and absolutely hammer his criticisms at the Clarets. I do share a lot of his points, for instance, why can't we win away? It's still the same pitch. It's still 11 against 11. It's 22 players up against each other, 11 against 11. We should be doing a lot better on our travels. So I do agree with him on that scores. But I've got to say something. City fans might not like me for saying this, but I'm going to say it. Your team were a disgrace discipline-wise. Your manager was a disgrace after the match. The rudeness that you gave to that interview after the game was an absolute disgrace. You should have had 2 men sent off. We could have had a penalty, and quite conceivably had a point. But having said all that, we don't have a Sergio Aguero. We don't have a David Silva that can change a game. But our away form is simply put, it's not good enough. It isn't good enough. We've picked up 1 point and scored 3 goals away from home this season. I mean, it's only down to the home form that we have 23 points and we're 8 points above Sunderland, who are third from bottom at the moment as things stand. So I don't know what's gone on. It's just, it baffles the mind, to be honest with you, because I do honestly think that we have a good squad there. I mean, since the game yesterday, we've signed Joey Barton. He's available for the cup match against Sunderland on Saturday. But they've still got this FA betting ban possibly looming over his head. Depends on how severe the punishment is. If it's anything like 12 games, what's the point in having him in the team? But he's not going to affect things on the pitch or from off the bench or whatever. What's the point? So my beloved Clarets, I've got a lot of questions to answer here. My question is, why can we not produce? I mean, okay, I get the fact that we're playing Premier League and we're playing a better calibre of opposition than we were in the Championship last season. I get all that jazz, right? Don't get me wrong. But there were games there we went out to this season that were winnable ones. West Brom being one. And I thought we would, Hull gave a better count of themselves at the Hawthorns yesterday than what we ever did in 90 bloody minutes. When we visited them, we should have gone out there and done better against the likes of West Brom. Leicester, I think we could have done a lot better. I know they're the champs, but they've been well off kilter. Leicester, we should have played a lot better in that. Not taking any. Spurs, we were robbed of a point. What is it about away games that we just can't seem to master away from home? I mean, okay, it might just only be. It could well be we only need to win 3 away matches just to, keep our heads above water this year. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. But Mike Clark made a very good point in his rant yesterday. February is going to be the toughest month for us. Out of 4 games I think we're playing February, 3 of the games are away. The home match is actually against Chelsea. It does stand to reason, doesn't it? I mean, listen, I love Burnley, and I'm a big fan. I love football in general, but I think we need to buy in January. The board have made no secret of the fact that they need to spend money, which, let's hope they can. Obviously, there's an old phrase, actions speak louder than words. Talk is cheap in my language. You can say things you don't mean and things like that. I hope it's not the case where we don't go out and not spend. But we need quality. I think we need 2 wingers. We need pacey wingers. I think we lack a very pace on either flank, left and right flank. I think we lack pace. Striking department we ain't too bad with, because Gray's been banging them in. Foxy's banged them in early in the season. Barnes has chipped in with a few as well. So, the strikers aren't the priority. It's to get the service to the strikers, who I have to say are top rank anyway. Really are good strikers. Gray, Volks and Barnes. Good on their day, very good on their day. What we need is pacey wingers. That's all we need. Back to the game yesterday. Here's my verdict of it. First of all, before the start of the game, Sean Dyche makes a tactical boob, in my opinion, a booby, right? He leaves out Stephen Defoe, our best central midfield player. Yeah, a lot of people say, well, Jeff Emerick's been performing better. Well, you know, but he's been getting 90 minutes of game time more or less every other game. And Stephen Defoe, he's either started and been substituted after 60 minutes, or he's had to come on off the bench. Now, we don't know what the issue is with Stephen Defoe, but they need to get it sorted now, because he's our best midfielder, Dyche. Are you listening to me? Yeah, he should have played him from the bleeding start. You don't play Scott Arfield in the middle of midfield. He's a winger, for heaven's sake. He's a bleeding winger. He's not a central midfielder, Dyche. I don't know where you get that bloody thing from. Big mistake, that, Dyche, leaving Defoe out. Get him in the team for the next game. The next league game against Southampton, and keep him there. If Dean Marnie isn't going to be there, Stephen Defoe should be an automatic shoo-in for the first 11, let alone the 16. Joke! A bloody joke, Dyche. Not often I criticise you, but on that alone, I've justifiable cause to have a go at you for that. Secondly, when City went down to 10 men, there was no doubt the red card was a red card. I mean, Fernandinho, what he's doing. I mean, he could have brought Gudmundsson's leg. Quite frankly, to the tackle. Really bad. First goal, I mean, obviously, Guardiola, credit to him. Even though I don't rate the fella. He changes it around, puts David Silva on, puts Sergio Aguero on, and it makes the difference. But, Ben Mee, now, I haven't criticised you for a long time, Ben Mee, because you've been really consistently good. But yesterday, you were an absolute shambles. I mean, you gave the ball away in the first half, and Tom Heaton had to bail you out, not once, but bleeding twice. It's a joke. And then you make an error on there. I think the first goal was an absolute Mickey tech as well. Michael Keane. Why didn't he just go out and block the shot? It was in a 2-yard radius. He could have stuck a foot out. He could have stuck his left foot out and blocked the cliche shot. No chance, Tom Heaton. He couldn't see that well through a Forester players until he, and he only saw it late. So I'm not giving Tom Heaton any of the blame whatsoever. Well, Michael Keane could have actually stuck a foot out and blocked the shot and deflected it away to safety. He didn't. He left it. Big mistake. Big mistake. So we're 1-0 down, and that's Gael Clichy on his weaker foot, for heaven's sake. Second goal. Again, preventable. Ben Mee. Brainless defending. Raheem Sterling, he's not a good player. He's not worth £50 million in my opinion, but he gets away. His pace makes him the player he is. He goes around Eaton. It's not a penalty. Heaton gets a hand on the ball. Sergio Aguero, there are two Burnley players on the line. Sergio Aguero's has to hit the ball from a very acute angle. And he smashes it towards goal with his right foot. Now you've got two men on the line. Michael Keane being one. Why isn't he actually tight on that front post? He leaves a gap. It comes off the post and in off the other man on the line, which I think was Matt Lawton. It was a sloppy goal! And I can't accept that. 2 schoolboy goals we gave away yesterday to a team that we should be doing a lot better against. We're against 10 men, for heaven's sake. I know it's Manchester City, and I know they've got class players like Aguero, Silva, Toure, and all that jazz. We didn't test their defence, you know, their defence looked absolutely atrocious themselves. They've got a bad goalkeeper. They've got two centre halves who can't defend for Toffee, right? Without Vincent Kompany, they're not at the back, Manchester City. Let's make that perfectly clear, right? We didn't test them enough. Barnes had one chance in the first half, he fluffed wide. And it took us until about 70 minutes in to actually make a go of the game against 10 frigging men. The referee as well. What a joke he was. We pull one back. Anyway, we get a corner. We're 2-0 down. And we're thinking, well, it's game over. Now let's look forward to Southampton. You know, I know we've got the cup game coming up on Saturday against Sunderland and all that jazz, but I was more worried about Southampton next league game. So I was thinking, okay, well, let's look forward to Southampton. We've had another bad away display here and all that. Anyway, we get a corner and there's a bit of a scramble. The ball goes over the line, not once but twice. City think that Bravo was impeded by Vokes. I'm not having that. Vokes was well within his rights to go for the ball. One thing, Guardiola, you need to bloody realise, and half these foreign frigging managers that have only just come here this year, that the English game is different to Spain, to Germany, to Italy. Do your bloody research on the English game before you're going to come and manage in this country, Guardiola. Bellend. Never a foul on Bravo. We had a couple of goals to put it in the net. Ben Mee on the second attempt got it over the line, although Gray nodded it in at the third attempt, but it didn't need to matter. And then Manchester City stopped moaning and groaning because they feel that their goalkeeper's unfairly, in inverted commas, has been fouled, which he wasn't. You know, Vokes was entitled to go for the ball. Every single pundit agreed with what I'm saying now. Kevin Kilbane on Match of the Day made that point. The other person that actually stood up for Bravo was Martin Keown. I don't know what planet that bloody knob was on. Right? So rocket science. It's a fair goal. The goal line technology proved that Ben Mee's shot was over. So he's more than made amends for the goal. And then we have a goal, but it's too late by then. I know Keane forced a save from Bravo near the end, but we didn't test Bravo enough. He's not a good goalkeeper, and we didn't test him enough. We brought on Stephen Defoe practically until it was too late. Another boo from Sean Dyche. When's he got to get it right on the road? It's easy when you're at home and you've got the 12th man there, but when you're away from home, what is it with this Burnley team? Is it a mental block? Can he not go away from home and actually try and bring 3 points home from a Premier League game? Because the only away banker we've probably got is Hull City away, maybe, and possibly Swansea. We need to win another 2 more games away from home. And at the moment, the way things are going away from home, you know, Dyche can go on about improved performances and all that crap. But that doesn't win you bloody points at the end of the day. It's about points and wins. And we've got naff all to show for it. I'm very, very disappointed. It's not often I criticise Sean Dyche because he's been probably the second, maybe third best Burnley manager we've ever had. And that I'm eternally grateful and all that for that. But we have to get it right. We've got it right, alright, okay. At home we're brilliant, you know, we perform magnificently on our own pitch, in our own surroundings. We're really good, you know. We're good against Sunderland, we got a bit of luck against Middlesbrough, we deserve that bit of luck. But yesterday it was just a shambolic, another shambolic exhibition on the road. I know it's against Manchester City and I know we weren't expected to turn them over, but for the love of God, for the first 70 minutes, even against 10 men, we were despicable! It's getting beyond a joke now. You know, I didn't commentate on the game because I didn't, you know, I had a bit of a cold yesterday, so I didn't commentate, but it's just, I've never felt so pent up and angry after a match. I mean, the funny thing is we could have easily had a point, but the performance isn't good enough. And Darts can keep saying, well, we performed well, but that doesn't, that doesn't wash with us now, right? We've had more than enough away games this season to have got probably maybe 6 or 7 points now on the road, And there were certain games we should have tried to pick up 3 points from. Because the more games we keep losing, and my Clarets right here, the more pressure it puts on our home form. We might be alright this season, but if we win a couple of games on the road, I think we'll be okay. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom and all that sort of thing, but we need to grind out results on the road. It's alright relying on your home form, but if that goes tits up, we're knackered. So we need to get a grip. So I'm telling you, Dyche, and all the players, oh, by the way, why doesn't anyone come out and actually say, well, we fund the fans for all these pathetic away displays? Because they're the ones that have travelled through arduous... That's another point Matt Claret made. The fans deserve a lot better when they travel away from home. You need to give them, Dyche, you and your boys need to give them better away performances than what you're putting on for those fans who pay hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds and travel hundreds and hundreds of miles each week to watch your team play. Because if these performances keep coming, the best thing that you lot can do is give them their money back. Something needs to change now. Maybe this cup game at Sunderland could be a blessing. We could win it. Maybe might give us a bit of confidence, but I don't hold much out. But personally, I'd rather just go out the FA Cup, stay up, and get £100 million for next season to stay in the Premier League. That's what I'm thinking. I'm not trying to devalue the FA Cup. I love the FA Cup, and I'd love to see a Burnley team win the FA Cup one day in my lifetime. But I've got a feeling it ain't going to be this season, unless we have lucky breaks in that. So, I don't know. But that's all I'm going to say. I'm sorry if I swore a couple of times, but I'm so pent up. It's 24 hours since the game. I'm getting sick of the away performances. We've got Arsenal next up, and if someone doesn't change in the next 2 or 3 away games, then I think we've got a big relegation battle on our hands, because we can't keep relying on the whole form. Well, anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. If you haven't subscribed and would like to, please subscribe. Free to do so. The Twitter address is at Stutsy83. That'll be on the credits section at the end. But for me, JB, John Stuttard, take care, and I'll see you later.